last year's playoff semifinal. Ball is down. It is going to be won quickly by the Realm. Sam Wood will take it. Send it over to Caleb Brownlow. Brownlow pressured by Arcus. Ball goes up all the way down into the other zone. Taken over behind the net. Puck played out as Olivas tries to make a move, but it's taken over. Here's Ingles. Ingles back with it in the neutral zone, looking to make a play. He's pressured right at the blue line. Comes back out. Arcus tries to play it through. Brought back over. Taffy with a quick shot. Played in front. Going to be stopped and gobbled up by Gonzo. As Gonsalves quickly with the save. Gonzo, as he's known for the Realm, and a quick line change for both teams coming their way here in the first period. 0-0, 9:30 left to play. Face-off will come to the right of Gonsalves. Olinsky in to take the face-off against Tremaine. Tremaine wins it. Brownlow backhands it behind the net over to Sam Wood. Wood playing with it. Pressured by Hotchner. Wood still with it behind the net. Back to Brownlow. Caleb Brownlow. Lots of time behind his own net. Looks to play out of the zone. They'll find Sam Wood. Wood going to bring it up the deck as it goes all the way back down the other end. Will be a quick icing call, as winning the race back down will be Cookingham. 50 seconds gone here in this first period of play between the Realm and the Rise this morning. First of what will be 3 games here at the YMCA, as faceoff will come to the left of Gonsalves. Tremaine in against Olinsky. Olinsky tries to win the faceoff, pressured back behind the Realm's net. Olinsky gets it away from Wood. Wood back up top to Jaden Steckler with a quick shot. Glove save by Gonsalves. Rebound chance by Olinsky. That goes wide. Brownlow with it back as it comes over into the corner. Olinsky with it, pressured by Sam Wood. Brought back up onto the half wall. Olinsky with it behind the net on the backhand, looking for Hotchner in front. Now taken over by McKenna. McKenna can't play it. Hotchner with a quick turnaround, pressured by Tremaine. Tremaine will get it out of his own zone and work it down. Quick dump in by Tremaine as he'll get it into the Rise's zone. Kel Bowman in net for the Rise. Pressure behind the net. Tremaine with a quick turnaround, goes off the side of the net, and Cookingham will look to play it. Cookingham up for Cole Williams in his rookie season in the NBHL. Olinsky plays it. Losey tries to get it through. Williams right there with him with a lot of pressure. He'll backhand it back into the neutral zone. Played by Malmstrom. Turns back around. Here's Pinto with it. Pinto tries to get by John Peters. Can't do it as Peters has it against the wall. Puck screams out to Bateman. Bateman down 30 pounds this year. Looking with a quick shot that goes wide. Trickles down to the other half wall. Pinto back with it, tries to send it across, goes to the opposite corner. Bateman going to win the race in along with Cookingham. Cookingham there to pressure behind the net. Bateman tries to work his way out. Centers one in front, taken over by Williams, and now the Rise are coming back the other way. Williams with it on the right side, fires a quick shot. Stick save by Gonsalves, taken over by Losey. Losey has Petrolise with him. Petrolise will take it. On the left side, he'll walk the ball up. Tries to go around Williams. Brandon Brownlow in his NBHL debut will send it back down to the other end for Losey. Losey with it now on his backhand. Pressured by Connor Malmstrom, who played with the Copperheads 1 year ago. Here's Petrolise with it now, going to work it up the deck. Petrolise sends it off the wall, taken right back over immediately, though. As the Rise try to dump it into the zone, that's Chaplin. That comes all the way back down and brought in by the Realm. Realm trying to pressure in front. Quick shot saved by Cale Bowman. That'll be a stoppage here. 7:04 to play in period number 1. Face-off will come to the left of Cale Bowman. Petrella, Prussia, and Ingles out there against Ward, Lavella, and Petrini. Face-off brought back. Ward with a quick shot. That goes wide behind the net, as now Ingles will take it. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. There's Tim Hickey. Hickey will dump it in, the Boston, Massachusetts player. Down behind into Chris Ward. Ward with it off the wall. Tries to centers one. That gets deflected up out of play by the Rise. Off the stick of Alex Lindvall. 6:44 to play here. First period action in the opening game of the Carolina Tier 3 NBHL season. James Forbes out there along with Joe Marshall and Brandon Fritz as well. Puck comes down into the neutral zone. Dumped in by Zakowicz. Lindvall looked to play it up to Petrella. Zakowicz keeps it in off the backhand. Rolls it up for Fritz. Fritz tries to send it across. Goes off the glass. Down in front for Marshall with a quick shot. Saved by Cale Bowman. Ball comes back down the other way as the Rise look to play. Quick dump. Gonzalez forced to make a move to the right side. As the Rise will take it behind their own net. Luke Dobbs with it now. Works up on the half wall. Brings it back. Shot by Lindvall through traffic. Gets blocked off Kruzia. Now Marshall backhands it down the other way through the neutral zone. Lindvall will play it. Looks back up. Petrella, actually 3 Rise players with it. Petrella with a quick shot. Glove save by Gonsalves. He'll quickly cover, and we'll have a stoppage here with 6:02 to play in the first period. Face-off will come to the left of Gonsalves. Arkus, Stefelski, and Olivas out there for the Rise. As the Realm look to dump it the other way, this should be an icing as it's sent all the way back down, and we'll get that with 5:53 here to play in period number 1. We'll re-rack another face-off to the left of Gonsalves. Marcus tries to win it through. Brought down to the corner. Taken behind the net by Sam Wood. Wood, originally from Seattle, turns it over in front. Goes off of Caleb Brownlow's leg and over the top of the net. As now Brownlow will look to take it up. He'll find Zach McKenna. McKenna in the neutral zone. Will dump it down, looking to the other side. Trying to win the race down to it is the Realm. Ball played behind the net. Rise trying to get it out from their own zone on the half wall. Peters with it now. He's pressured by McKenna. Peters behind his own net, going to kick it away. As they try to work it back, Peters on the backhand. To the other side, McKenna wins the race to it. Cookingham trying to play it out. He's got Arkus right behind him. He'll find Arkus now into the neutral zone. Here's Arkus going to push ahead. Caleb Brownhill impedes the progress as they work down into the corner. Brownlow will send it back up. Hofstra coming in, trying to make a move, but it goes all the way back down to the other side there where Cookingham will play it. Chris Cookingham, the associate captain for the Rise, tries to send it up. Went underneath the stick of Hofstra. Looks like he did get a piece of it. We'll keep playing. Wood now with it. Over to Pinto. Pinto trying to go cross court, but it's going to be intercepted by Helinski. Helinski off the foot of Hofstra. Tries to play it into the zone. Brownlow again there to try to take control of it, but it's Helinski that gets to it. Tremaine muscles him off the ball as Brownlow sends one back into the neutral zone to his brother, Brandon Brownlow. Is there got a brother versus brother battle going on. He fires one, but now it's taken over by Sam Wood and back up the other way. Wood with speed, going to work his way in. He'll get around Brownlow, looking in front. Quick backhand shot, saved by Bowman. Rebound by Bateman, goes wide. And Wood back. Mosey with it now for the Realm. Quick shot going to be blocked by Helinski. Helinski takes over at the red line up for Jaden Steckler looking in front. Joe Petrolise is there to take it over, sends it off the wall. Now the other way for Pinto. Pinto tries to make a move around. Gets through one, but Brownlow there with the stick to get it away. Bateman tries to take control, but it's sent up for Helinski. Helinski going to find Jaden Steckler. Steckler in front trying to make a move. Can't do it. Sent back the other side. Here's Bateman. Bateman with a quick shot. That goes wide. Brought back around the other side. Quick return shot again. Goes wide on the other side. Bateman works up the half wall on his backhand. He's knocked down. Play going to continue as they'll work their way up. Here's Losey with it now. Losey with a quick shot, trying to find it through traffic. That gets blocked wide. Lindvall there trying to get it away from Pinto. Bateman with it behind his own net. Chaplin going to try to control it. He does. He'll send it up. Looking for a quick pass for Jaden Steckler in the neutral zone. Chipped up into the air. Petrolise will play it, taken over by Cole Williams. Williams with a backhand chance in front, but Losey there on the back check just in time before he could get a clean shot off. Ball back down the other end. Here's Lindvall with it. Lindvall back up for Keenan Steckler. Back for Lindvall. Lindvall to Keenan Steckler looking for him on the half wall, but the ball trickles down to the corner. Cole Williams is there, trying to pressure Losey. Williams with it, working out of the corner. Can't quite get there. Keenan Steckler sends one into the center. Back for Jack Ingles. Ingles fires one that goes wide. Losey with it now, works up to the right side on the half wall where Williams is there with Losey. Shot quickly by Williams, wide on the other side, back for Ingles. He keeps it in, looking for Malmstrom. Malmstrom from the circle, quick shot, saved by Gonsalves. Ball comes back around. That's Nick Lavella with it. Lavella, his debut in the NBHL, working his way down to the other side. This will be an icing if it makes it all the way down. It will not, though, as it got off the wall and Lindvall just got to it. Lindvall over now for Jack Ingles. Ingles works up the ice. He's pressured. He's hit by Lavella. Lavella turns around, and we will have our first penalty of the morning as Lavella going to head to the box. It'll be our first Rise power play of 2025 here with 2:17 to go. We are scoreless. So Lavella going to head to the penalty box. This one coming at 8:43. So Lavella at 8:43 for roughing going to be the call. And we'll get the first power play of the morning for the Rise. Face off won by Arcus. Back to Lindvall. Lindvall to the other side. Quick shot going to be blocked in. Zakowicz there again. He'll clear it out of play as it goes up and over the glass.
It's no delay. Play off the netting and rolling. Oh, it is. No change.
Face-off going to be won by the Rise once again as Stefelski will have it. Stefelski going to fire one through traffic, saved by Gonsalves, covered up. And we'll have another stoppage here. 2 minutes left to play in period number one.
Thank you.
Face-off once again going to come to the left of Gonsalves. Arcus tries to win it forward, but Wood has it. Gloves down. Shot in front. Redirected by Arcus in front. Still loose. Turnaround shot, and that's going to be blocked in front by Brownlow. Joe Petroli's going to tee up and send it all the way down the other end. He'll get the clearing. Here, 1:45 left to go in period number one. Lindvall with it. Works his way down. Up on the left side, looking for an offside. No call on that one. Brought back down behind the net. Stefelski with it. Stefelski looking, finds Arcus, short corner, shot in front. That gets blocked and sent back behind the net. Stefelski once again with it behind the net. Back up top for Ingles. Ingles, quick shot, blocked by Petroli, stays in play. Brownlow tries to glove it down. Stick the side off the half wall. Great foot play by Ingles as he pushes it forward. Stayed in front. Quick shot by Dobbs. Wood gets there in front. No clear it all the way back down the other end, and that will be out of play here. 1:06 to go. And that should constitute an offensive zone faceoff here with 66 seconds remaining. Face-off will come to the right of Gonsalves. In that situation, it's being settled here as we'll get a face-off to the right of Gonsalves. Prussia going to step in against Fritz. 1:05 left to play. Face-off one back for Cookingham. Cookingham with a quick shot, blocked in front. Rebound chance, they score! Petrella gets the stick hit off the rebound, and he'll open up the 2025 season with a Rise from the Rise with a goal. So it'll be Petrella from Cookingham and Prussia to open things up here at 9:01 of period number one to give the Rise a 1-0 lead. Face-off is down, won by Petrella. Petrella going to quickly fire another shot as Losey will have it, getting chased by Prussia. Ball brought back behind the net, now worked up. As the Realm try to work it down, Peters will chase it in. He'll have it down to the corner off his backhand. 42 seconds to go here in period number 1. He'll send it up the wall, but it comes back for Losey. Losey. Play lost in front. Peters going to send it up. He'll find Petrella. Petrella in the neutral zone. Sends it down to the other side. Looking for an icing here, and it looks like just Petrella was about a step behind the red line. And that will constitute a face-off down in the Rise zone with 28 seconds remaining in period number 1. Tremaine, Kiza, and McKenna, the offensive forwards out there for the Realm. Face off 1. McKenna trying to get a stick on it. Petrolise will come up, send one over for Losey. Losey sends one down in front. Stick the side by Bowman. Centering try by Kiza. Can't get there. Petrolise dumps it back down into the zone. 15 seconds left to play in period number 1. Cookingham with it now. Going to try to get it out of the zone. McKenna keeps it though. Centering try in front. Rebound chance. Couple of quick saves by Bowman. A third save in front. Rebound. They score. Zach McKenna comes in off the goaltender and buries one. And that'll tie the game up with 4 seconds left in period number 1. So a good wherewithal by Zach McKenna. He'll bury the rebound, and that'll tie things up with just 4 seconds left to play in the first period here this morning. Tied up, face off in front. Cookingham tries to win it away. There goes the and the ball is down. We're underway. Pinto quickly with a shot, going to go off the shoulder. Turned around. Hans with a quick shot. Blocked by Lindvall and out of play. And the Realm quickly trying to get a couple of shots off. Bowman with a good save with the chest protector. Keeps this a 1-1 game here in the second. Just 7 seconds gone. Face-off tied up. Ingles will take it for the Rise. Here's Ingles with it now. Jackowitz takes it over back for Bateman. Bateman in, tries to send one across, goes to the opposite corner where it's played by Lindvall. Lindvall back into it out of his own zone. Malmstrom sends it up. Looking through. Williams going to try to win the race on Hickey. Not going to get there though as the ball crossed the line, and that'll be an icing, which will bring the face-off back into the Rise zone. Malmstrom trying to send it. Cole Williams just a little bit too far ahead of him. He had gotten to that though. Williams has the ability to create. It might have had a chance there. Face-off will come to the left of Cale Bowman. Face-off going to be one. Quick shot by Hans goes wide. Over for Pinto. Pinto pressured by Lynn. Ball back for Zakowicz, who fires. Will they score? Bateman on the deflection gets one from Zakowicz, and it's 2-1 Realm. Bateman just gets his stick on it into the right spot, and it goes over the right shoulder of Cale Bowman, and that will give the Realm a 2-1 lead as we move into the second period. So that's going to be Bateman from Zakowicz and Pinto. As we'll have a neutral zone face-off following the score as always. Face-off set back into the Realm zone. Caleb Brownlow will have it now. Brownlow pressured by Arcus, sent up the wall to Chris Ward. Ward pressured, sends it to the opposite side where he'll find Sam Wood. A product from the Pacific Northwest, going to bring him up. Send it down, touched off by Fritz. And that's going to be an icing. Rather, that was Petrini on it, and it looks like Petrini did get a stick on it, but not what the officials saw, so we'll have the icing call, and we'll head it down to the other side. Face off to the left of Gonsalves, won by the Realm. Wood with it here, just about a minute gone in period number 2. Tefelsky pressuring, brought up for Petrini. Petrini trying to find Lavella. He'll go across for Ward. Ward back in. Will dump it back down. Lavella will have it behind the net. Lavella pressured by Cookingham. Cookingham going to take control of it. Sent back up here for Tefelski. Tefelski sends it up for Arcus. Arcus on the left side. Pressured by Brownlow. Trying to get it back into the neutral zone. Tefelski will send it back down behind the net. Actually, Tefelski will take over, rather. As now the center in front. Centering try. Intercepted by Lavella. And now Lavella pushes it back down where John Peters will take control. Peters sends it back through, but now to the stick of Caleb Brownlow. Brownlow up for Wood. Wood in the neutral zone. Tries to dump it in, but goes all the way back down to the glove of Cale Bowman. That'll constitute a face-off just in front. Brownlow and Ingles coming on as the defensive pair for the Rise. They'll go up against Fritz, Forbes, and Marshall. Petrolise out there along with Losey, along for the Rise, and the Rise also making a change offensively. As it'll be Helinski, Hotchner, and Jaden Steckler. Face-off going to be won by the Realm. Marshall will play it. Try to make a move to the right side, can't do it. Ingles, they're caught in the feet of his own teammate, Hotchner. They sent back out to the neutral zone. Petrolise keeps it in, rather. Dumps it into the zone. Brownlow trying to make a play around Marshall. Can't do it. Marshall behind the net. Rolls it back to the right side. He's pressured by Brownlow. Centering try by Marshall. Comes back around. And now Steckler will try to work it up past Petrolise. Steckler gets by him. Quickly shot. Hotchner into the center. Not going to be able to make the backhand pass he needs to, though. Brought back out for Helinski. Helinski with a quick shot. Off the backhand. Pad saved by Gonsalves. That'll constitute a whistle here with 7:43 to go in period number 2. Face-off will go to the left to Gonsalves. Helinski steps in against Terrain. Quick shot by Hotchner off the stick. No rebound chances. That goes up and wide. Losey with it, trying to play it out of the zone. Comes back now for Limbaugh. Limbaugh, as that gets chipped, going to be deflected out of play by Termaine. That'll keep the face-off in. Or rather, that will bring it out to the neutral zone. Helinski and Termaine do it off the face-off once again. Face-off going to be won by the Realm, and Losey will play it up the wall looking for McKenna. McKenna brings it up right side. Quick look in front, and they score! McKenna broke to the right side and found Jesse Termaine in front. He just taps it by Bowman, and that'll give the Realm a 3-1 lead as they move in toward the midway point of the second period. Termaine from McKenna and Losey with his first of 2025. Termaine, the Lewiston Maine product, getting the goal, making it 3-1 in favor of the Realm as they'll win the face-off back to Boston's Tim Hickey. Intercepted right away by Luke Dobbs, though. Dobbs tries to work it down into the corner. Dobbs with it behind the net. Sends it back in. Petrella will have it in the opposite corner. He's pressured by Zakowicz. Ball comes back out, turned around. Dobbs tries to make a play back into the neutral zone. Cookingham will try to play it. Puck still loose, brought over to the left side. Play comes in, quick play in front. Rebound chance, saved by Cale Bowman. Bowman with a save that keeps the Rise in this one as we head towards the midway portion of the second period. As now Hans will take it down to the left side. Hans sends it up for McKenna. As it's brought back into the zone, taken over behind the net by Cookingham. Kisa had a great chance that last time as Pruja sends it across. Nobody there, though. Here's Hans quickly from the left side. Just oversteps it a little bit. He'll return, try to play it. Bateman there for the rebound, but can't bang it home. Here's Bateman coming back. He'll turn right in front with a quick shot. Slow roller. Pinto there as Bowman just gets it away. Brought back in. Zakowicz tries to send it down. Hans there, pressured by Peters. Peters trying to get around, or rather Hans trying to get around Cole Williams. Sent back in. Played behind the net. Pinto there tries to get it out of the zone, taken away by Dobbs. Dobbs looks up for Cole Williams. Williams going to go one-on-one, brought to the right side. Quick shot. Gonsalves just gets a piece of it. That'll constitute a save here. 5:59 left to play in the second period. 3-1 in favor of the Realm. Face-off going to come to the left of Gonsalves. Just under 6 to play here in period number 2. Sam Wood will have it behind the net. Send it up, looking for Chris Ward. Ward makes a play in the neutral zone, but it's brought back from Malmstrom. Malmstrom turns it around. Williams trying to fire a quick shot that gets blocked away in traffic. Wood over to Ward on the left side. Now Ward sends it up, looking for Fritz. Or Petrini, rather. Petrini can't play it, and they're going to call offsides on the play. Neutral zone face-off coming on. Petrini, Lavella, and Ward out there along with Williams, Keenan, Steckler, and Malmstrom as the puck comes into the Rise zone. Brownlow going to beat Ward to the ball. Kept in, and it's going to be out of play. .5:28 to go. Here in period number 2, 3-1 in favor of the Realm. In the rematch of last year's Carolina Tier 3 semifinal, Brownlow tries to fire one through. That gets blocked and brought back down for Sam Wood. Wood with it, behind the net. Up for Fritz. Fritz back for Sam Wood. Wood with a lot of space. Gonna work it up. Brings it up through, looking for Brownlow. Brownlow in the offensive zone. Pressure by Linval. As it's taken out by Linval into the corner and sent all the way back down the other end. That'll be an icing here with 4:57 left to play in period number 2. Just past the halfway point of this first game of 3 this morning here at the YMCA. As the Realm and the Arrowheads will go at it next. Face off to the left of Bowman.
You got it, Frank.
Sent back down the other end. Losey will take it. He'll be pressured by Connor Malmstrom. Quickly up to the neutral. Marshall will dump it back in, trying to win the race back. Brownlow will be forced to it. Brownlow with a quick play up for Cole Williams. Petrolise will come back with a quick shot. Saved by Bowman. Rebound, another save by Bowman. Still loose in front. Bowman gets his stick on it again. 3 big saves for the goaltender from the Rise as Bowman with a back-to-back-to-back save performance, keeping this a 3-1 game here with 4:37 left to play. Face off to the right of Cale Bowman. He's made a couple of big saves back-to-back as Arcus going to push the face-off all the way back down into the Realm zone. Petrolise is there to try to play it. He's got Tefelsky pressuring him. They both fight for the ball. Ball comes loose down in front. Try to make a play on it. They work back up top. Cookingham with a quick shot. He scores! Cookie through traffic. Going to make this a 3-2 game. As it'll be Cookingham from Olivas at 5:32. As Cookingham's second point of the morning to make this a 3-2 game just past the midway point of period number 2. Face off won by the Rise. John Peters with it. Sends it up for Arcus. Arcus quick 3-on-2 if they hurry. Try to make a move. Has it on the backhand. Looking for Tefelsky to the left side. Tefelsky fires one through looking for Arcus. Ball still in front. Gonsalves able to put it under the blocker though, and they'll get a stoppage with 4:05 left to go. Face off going to be won by the Rise once again. Peters tries to throw one. Backhand shot by Arcus. Going to be saved by Gonsalves. Arcus with the quick release in front of the net. Always a chance that thing's going to go in because the goaltender has to react quickly every time. Couple of good shots by Arcus to keep this one down. And now they're trying to gain a little bit of pressure in the Realm zone. Jermaine going to work it out to the left side. Kisa will dump it in. Bowman thought about playing it for a second. Elects to cover it up. And we'll get a face-off down in the Rise zone with 3:50 left to play. Wholesale change coming for the Rise as Limbaugh and Ingles will go on defensively along with Hotchner, Jaden Steckler, and Olinsky. Jermaine Kisa McKenna out there for the Realm along with Hickey and Zakowicz. Face off one. Quick shot by McKenna goes wide off the barrier and out of play. And we'll do it again from the right of Bowman. Rise try to play it. Ingles almost had it dangerously in front of the net as they'll play on the half wall. McKenna trying to play it. He's back out to center. Jaden Steckler with a move. He's got a breakaway. Here's Steckler going to roll his way in. Backhand chance goes wide. Tremaine with it now. Backhands it up for Zakowicz. Good back check by Steckler to get there as it gets sent back down just past the red line. And Ingles will have to play it. Realm will get a change along with the Rise as well. Quick play by Ingles. Ingles will look up. Here's Olinsky. Olinsky trying to fire a shot. Brownlow just gets his stick on it. Back for Ingles. Backhanded down as it comes back out for Hotchner. Hotchner gets it on his forehand with a quick play. Goes into the glove of Gonsalves, and that'll cause a stoppage with 3:07 left to go. A little extracurricular after the play as well. Conversation by the referee is going to happen here. 3:07 left to play in the second period. Three to 2 Realm. Chris Cookingham with a goal here in the second period to get him back within one. The Rise, that is. Looks like both Caleb Brownlow and Jeremy Hotchner will head into the penalty box. We'll stay 5 aside. Nope, we're going to be 4-on-4. So it'll be 4 aside here for the next few ticks of the clock. As the face-off will come to the left of Gonsalves. Sam Wood will have it 3-2 if you're just joining us. Realm with the lead. Backhand chance by Tefelsky. Hahn's going to make a move away from the play. Here's Limbaugh with it. Limbaugh tries to send it back up. Ingles will have it now for Tefelsky. Tefelsky over to Arcus on the right side. Arcus with it now, forced to go to his backhand on the defensive pressure from Sam Wood. Back out. Quick shot by Ingles. Saved by Gonsalves. Just gets a pad on it. And I don't think Ingles got as much as he would have liked to on that one-time attempt. As Gonsalves is able to make the save here, 2:42 to go in the second period. Face off to the left of Gonsalves. Backhand chance by Tefelsky. That's patted away. Brought back down behind the net. Here's Arcus with it. Back for Jack Ingles. Ingles with it. As Hans tries to play it away from him, he does. Ingles staying right with him, though. And we got a delayed penalty call coming. And it's going to be Hans going to go 2 minutes for elbowing. Rather 1:30. So the Rise going to have their second power play attempt of the morning. They scored on the first one as it was Matt Petrella putting the ball home. And for the second straight period, they'll have a late period advantage. to see if they can put one in and maybe tie this game up before the second frame is complete. Now, of course, this time power play attempt, but it will be 4-on-3 with the penalties to Hotchner and Brownlow not ticking off just yet. Once that happens, it'll be a short 5-on-4 for the Rise. So the face-off going to come now to the right of Gonsalves. Marcus tries to win it down in front. Tefelsky wide open in front of the net. Goes off Gonsalves' pad, back for Cookingham. Cookingham back for Peters. Peters with it now on the right side. Fires one across for Tefelsky. Tefelsky tries to go back for Peters. Peters gloves it up. Wood able to get a stick on it. Brought back out into the neutral zone. They'll send it back down where Arcus is waiting in the short corner. They'll send it back behind the net, pressured by Termaine. Tefelsky will come out with it back for Cookingham. Cookingham already with 2 points for the Rise. A goal earlier this period, assist on the first power play goal. Tefelsky with a shot, rings one off the post. Rebound chance goes off the net and behind. Back for Tefelsky, up for Peters. Peters with it now, back for Cookingham. Cookingham slaps one, goes off the scoreboard. That'll get a stop with 1:41 to play. It'll be a neutral zone face-off, as no tip on that one for Cookingham. I think one he'd definitely like to have back, no question about it. As the face-off is won by the Rise. Brownlow and Hosher come out of the box. Quick shot by Dobbs back in front. Peters trying to get there for the rebound, but Zakowicz there to clear. Comes back down to the other end. Now for Cookingham. Final minute and a half of the second period. Cookingham with it. Has it at the red line. Brings it back. Tries to throw one in front. Ingles trying to get a stick on it. Rebound chance saved by Gonsalves. Still loose. Ball still loose in front. Goes wide. Dobbs with it behind the net on his backhand. Brings it up as now Kisa will take over for the Realm. Ingles is there trying to make a move, but Kisa keeps it on his stick. Tries to find McKenna to the left side. Goes off the wall. McKenna, quick shot blocked by Ingles. Here as we head toward the final minute. Hans is out of the box, back to even strength, still 3-2 in favor of the Rise. Williams plays it up, goes off of the foot of Brownlow. Chasing in is Hotchner. Brownlow goes down. McKenna with it, pressured by Perugia, back for Zakowicz. Zakowicz tries to find Kisa, intercepted by Cookingham, who fires one that goes off the back glass. McKenna behind the net now for Caleb Brownlow. Brownlow. Finds Hans. Hans, final 20 seconds of the period. He'll fire one on Bowman, who gloves it aside as the Rise have had the most of the opportunities here toward the end of the second. Carries back down. This will be an icing if it trickles all the way. And it does. .7 seconds left to go. My mistake will not be an icing on the play. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here with 6.7 seconds left to play in the period. Face-off tied up, final 6 seconds, brought back for Zakowicz, who just casually sends it through the neutral zone. Cookingham will take it, try. Ball is down, we're underway in the third period as Forbes sends it down to the other end. Ingles going to be there, pressured by Joe Marshall. Ingles gets away from him. Now he'll try to go out of the clutches of Fritz, but it's kept in by Forbes. Forbes keeps it in to the rise zone, trying to pressure right away. Marshall with it now from the corner. Joe Marshall pressured by Alex Lindvall. As Marshall carries it in, Lindvall gets a stick on it. Pressures him up against the boards. Marshall, though, with it. Staying with it, tries to wrap around one, lost in front, goes off the pad of Bowman. And a great play by Marshall trying with the wraparound, but Bowman right there just keeps it under his pad. And still a 3-2 game here with 9:29 to play in the game. Played by Forbes towards the net is now Fritz will have it behind the net. Fritz sends it back for Marshall. Marshall on the backhand, pressured by Bobby Arcus. Marshall has it. Dumped back in. Lindvall now as Fritz tries to get it away from him. Fritz using his body to get the puck away. Tries to center one in front, can't do it. Comes back up top for Petrolise, who sends a cannon underneath the scoreboard. Neutral zone face-off incoming. Realm going to send out McKenna, Kisa, and Termaine. Go up against Arcus Tafelski and Olivas. Face-off sent back down. Peters will try to play it for the Rise in his own zone. Work back now as Losey will take it. Losey tries to center one. Peters with the stick sends it down. Kept in, though, by Termaine. Cookingham enjoying a 2-point day with it as Termaine loses his stick, but also pins. And we're going to have a penalty being called. And Termaine going to head to the box. Looks like it's going to be a holding call on Termaine. So Termaine, a 130 penalty for holding. This will give the Rise their third power play opportunity of the game. 1 for 2 so far with the man advantage. As the face-off going to come to the right of Gonzalez. Hickey has it behind. Up for Kisa. Kisa with a little bit of space as Dobbs tries to run it down. He'll clear it down to the other end. Crucial penalty for the Rise. Already got one on the power play earlier. If they can get a second one, they will tie this game up in the third period. Lindvall with it now. Works up, he'll fire one that goes off the boards. Step back around, Zakowicz tries to clear, comes back for Arcus with a shot, saved by Gonsalves. Arcus teed up a good one, but Gonsalves was there to turn it aside, and this stays a 3-2 game here with 8:14 to play. Dobbs, Tafelski, Arcus, Lindvall, and Ingles out there on the power play for the Rise. They'll go against Hans, Wood, Brownlow, and Pinto. Face off one by the Rise, back out for Lindvall. Lindvall fires one that goes high, back for Dobbs. Dobbs rebound chance off the side of the net. Brownlow will look to play it out of harm's way over to the corner for Luke Dobbs. Brownlow tries to push Dobbs off the ball. Wood has it with a little bit of time, tries to go in front of his own net. Arcus pokes it away. Back in front, Pinto tries to get it away. Almost had a breakaway chance, but it goes back for Tafelski. Tafelski sends one underneath, redirect by Arcus. Arcus tries to get it through, still on the pad of Gonsalves, and he covers it up. as Brownlow got there just in time to get in front of Arcus' stick. Almost a good redirect by Arcus to try to tie this game. But it stays 3-2 here with 7:43. And Mike Steckler, the Hamilton, New York prodigy coaching this team, going to go to the second power play line. You got Steckler, Holinsky, Hotchner out there along with Williams playing the defensive spot, and Olivas. Wood sends it up down the other side. Ball is cleared, going to give the Realm a chance to breathe as they hold a 3-2 lead here as we're 1/4 of the way through this third and final period. The opening game of Carolina Tier 3, as Holinsky will have it on the half wall. Holinsky back up top for Williams. Williams loses it. Pinto going to try to win the race to him, and a smart play by Williams just to get it out of harm's way. Same thing by Olivas as it worked up for Hotchner. Wood gets a stick on it. Olivas with it down in front, sends it back for Hotchner, dumped into the zone. Brownlow with it now behind the net, tries to backhand it. Holinsky tried to center it, but couldn't make that happen as Hotchner plays it away, but Wood's the one that comes up with it. Back to even strength as it rolled up by Hans to Pinto. Pinto over to Hans with a quick shot, but it goes wide. Ball back off the half wall. Hans trying to wrestle it away from Hotchner, using his body. Forbes is in there as well. Forbes added to the Realm this season, hoping to add to a little bit more scoring when they had trouble last season. So far, held off the board today, though. Here's Steckler with it. Steckler tries to send it up, played by Petrolise. Going to be clean off the stick. Pushed back up by Cookingham. Cookingham over to Holinsky, trying to get it for Prussia, but Losey will take control of it. Off the boards, Lavella tries to chip it up into Holinsky. Hotchner knocks it back down and gets a little bit of breathing room as he can get off to get a change. Petrolise with it. Over to McKenna, who's wide open. The captain tries to make a play. Now over to the right side, Forbes sends it back up and gets it down to the corner for Lavella. Ball going to trickle over to the right side for Petrella, trying to keep it out of the zone. Peters will take it by himself back to Prussia. Prussia knocks it off back to Peters, sent back down the other end for Losey. Losey now, over for Petrolise. Petrolise with it. Centers it as just goes off Lavella's stick and down the other side. Realm trying to waste a little time when they can. But a delayed penalty coming. And it looks like Peters is going to go for a trip, which will give the Realm their first power play opportunity of the day. A second crucial man advantage here in the third period. This one for the Realm. The Realm looking to try to put this one away with a goal. The Rise need the kill here to gain a little bit momentum here to the closing stages. 5:47 left to go in the third. As the face-off is won, the Realm have it as Hickey will take control. Offsides as he crossed back behind the blue line. McKenna will play it and dump it into the zone. Termaine will be the first one to get to it. He's going to be pressured by both Lindvall and Arcus as it goes into the corner. Lindvall will be the one with the main pressure. Arcus there on the top, trying to wrestle it away for when it does come loose. And stoppage going to be called as the ball got caught into the corner. That'll be a face-off to the left of Cale Bowman. And going to have a goaltender timeout as Gonsalves just going to adjust his shoe. Of course, with playing ball hockey, that does tend to happen sometimes. Want to make sure all safety precautions are in play. 3-2 the score in favor of the Realm here as they are sit on their only man advantage of the morning. They'll be up in game number 2 against the Arrowheads a little bit later. If you're just joining us in this one, Zach McKenna scoring on a rebound on goal number 1. Then it was Bateman from Pinto in goal number 2. Termaine from McKenna and Losey in goal 3. McKenna and Cookingham both with 2 points this morning in this game. Petrella with the first goal for the Rise and Cookingham with the second one to make it 3-2. Ingles with it into the neutral zone. Rolls it back around. As Zakowitz will take control. Zakowitz to the opposite side for Hickey. Peters still in the box. The man advantage continues. Pushed ahead by Jesse Termaine. Termaine over for Ingles. Ingles tries to get the clear. Kept in by Andy Zakowitz. Zakowitz tries to play it back for McKenna. McKenna down low to Termaine. Termaine back up top to Zakowitz. Zakowitz tries to fire one. Blocked by Ingles in front. Ingles going to carry now. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third period. Saved by Gonzalez, off the shot by Ingles, taken behind the net by Zakowicz. As it's now taken by McKenna. McKenna with it, just gonna fire a slap shot, that's gonna go wide as it's brought down into the corner. Krusha with it, now gonna be pressured by Hans. Over for Limbaugh, Bateman in there. Bateman strong on the forecheck, trying to find his way through. He does get there from the corner. Bateman with it, a lot of space, looking for Caleb Brownlow. Brownlow gonna tee up, fires one that goes wide. Pinto with it now. As Peters comes out of the box, Hotchner will be the one to go on. Keenan Steckler with it on the left side, now brings it up for the Rise. Ralph now 0 for 1 on the power play in this game as Sam Wood will take it. Wood with it behind the net. Looks to take control. Wood with it now. Up for Bateman. Bateman sending it off the wall down the other end, but that will be an icing as that'll give him a face-off with 3:49 left to go here in period number 3. Face-off coming to the right of Gonsalves. Keep an eye on when Steckler decides to pull Bowman here with 3:49 left to play. Don't think it'll be as early as you see in the NHL, but I do think you'll see it, and they score! No need as it's tied up! Luke Dobbs takes a shot just from the corner and buries one past Gonsalves, and it's all tied up at 3. Luke Dobbs with his first goal of 2025 ties this one up with just 3:43 remaining. As it'll be Williams, Dobbs, and Petrella out against the Little Italy line of Lavella, Petrini, and Ward. Face-off going to be a 1 by the realm as Petrellis will have it. He's pressured by Petrella. Rosie with it with a lot of space. Tie game here. 3:30 left to play, and they're going to take their time on this one.
Petrella, 2 steps forward.
Rise with the trap.
Petrella, 3 steps forward. Perfect.
Letting the time tick just a little bit. Brought back for Petrellis. Petrellis with it now. Ward going to flash to the middle. Petrellis electing not to go there as Williams takes a couple of steps on him. Down to 3 minutes. They've killed 30 seconds here. 150 ticks left to play in the third period here in regulation. And the Realm happy. They're calling him out. They want him to come to him. As now Ward's going to look to take control. Now Losey will take it. They killed about 45 seconds off the clock. Sends it up for Lavella, trying to lull him. Goes off the glass, down into the opposite corner. Peters trying to make a play. Williams digs it out. Tries to send it up to Ward. He'll find Petrella. Petrella for Dobbs. Dobbs works over. Sends it over for Cole Williams. Williams tries to play a Petrella. Down to Williams. Williams with a shot. Glove save by Gonsalves. Ball sent down all the way the other way. They're going to rule there was a touch, so no icing on the play. 2:11 left to go here in regulation. John Peters with it. Misplays that one. May have elected not to make the play. Looked like he was trying to fake. Peters going to be pressured by Joe Marshall. Marshall wins it. Quick turnaround shot looking in front. Fritz almost had to be able to get a stick on it. He'll try to center it. Over for Marshall as it ends up on the opposite side. Marshall wins it away. Pressured in by Hotchner in the corner. He'll send it back to the opposite side where Helinski will take over for the Rise. Helinski tries to send it up, kept back in by Hickey. Hickey over to Forbes. Forbes with it now. Tries to center one into the short corner. Doesn't happen as Cookingham will take it up for Williams. 90 seconds left to play as Williams will take it. Williams on the right side has it. Pressured back as Fritz tried to get back there on the back check. Just enough for Williams to misplay it. Comes back for Hotchner. Hotchner fires one in front, but it goes to Fritz. Fritz sends it through, looking for Williams, now up to Forbes. Forbes going to dump it back in. 1:10 left to go. Jack Ingles with it behind the net. We'll see the chess match between Tom Warren and Mike Steckler here in the closing stages. as Ingles will take control of it. Ingles to the red line. Sends it down. As Tefelsky will have it. Tefelsky finds Steckler in a short corner looking. Had Helinski in front, but didn't take enough time. Turnaround play by Steckler. Tefelsky tries to wrap with it on his forehand. Can't do it. It's blocked by Hickey. Ball comes back down, still in the center area. Steckler winds up, but goes over the crossbar and off the glass. Now it's Wood, sending it back down. Glove down by Alex Lynn, ball back for Jack Ingles. Ingles will have it. Sent up as Brownlow will look to take it. Gets it away from Tefelsky. He'll send it back down the other side, but Lindball keeps it in. Fires one that deflects wide. 23 seconds left to play in regulation is now Kisa will have it. Kisa finds his way around, 2-on-1 opportunity. Kisa there with McKenna, looking McKenna in front, misses wide. McKenna gets it right back, looks over, tries to find a quick shot, trickles loose, but knocked out of harm's way by Lindball. But that'll go all the way back down the other end, and it'll give it icing with 6.8 seconds to go. Timeout coming for the Queen City Realm as they are going to try to draw something up here with 6.8 seconds left to go. So we'll have the face-off coming. In the rise zone. .8 seconds left to play here in the third period. Go to overtime and a potential shootout coming your way if nobody scores in these next 6 seconds. Face off, kept in, back behind the net, 2 seconds left. Pinto going to try a quick set. We'll play 3-on-3 for 5 minutes to see if we can determine a winner. Face off one back to Losey. Losey over to McKenna. McKenna on the right side, going to step his way in. Looking up for Hans. Hans going to look, tries to get it around Arcus. He fires a shot, goes off Arcus's knee and wide down into the corner. Trying to play it for Ingles, back to center. They dumped it in, and that will be an icing as this is going to give a face-off into the Realm zone. .23 seconds already gone here in this overtime period. Going to be won by the Realm. Losey with it behind the net now. Tries to send it up to center. McKenna going to try to win the race down to it and not going to get there. That'll be an icing, which will send the face-off back into the Realm zone once again. Face-off coming to the left of Gonsalves again. 4:16 to play here in overtime. If we do not determine a winner, we will head to a shootout. Hans has it for the Realm. Cole Williams going to chase him down. Losey with it, back to Hans. Hans going to be pressured by Williams again in the corner. Pressure back in. Trying to make a play in front was Olivas. Olivas sends it back around. McKenna, though, able to knock it out of harm's way. This will be an icing if it makes it all the way down, and it does. And this will give another face-off in the Realm zone. Face-off won by the Realm once again as Hans will have it behind his own net. He's chased by Williams. Williams trying to make the back check, can't do it. Here's Hans with it. Hans to the right side, finds McKenna. McKenna can't corral it down with his stick, though. That'll give the Realm a chance to get Sam Wood on. Hans with it, still pressured by Williams. Check back in. 3:10 left to play. Realm's going to get Forbes on as Cookingham sends it up looking for Tefelsky. Tefelsky tipped it, so no icing on the play. So work around off his backhand. Williams still out there as well. They look to make a play. Tefelsky with it, pressured by Sam Wood. Centers one in front. Williams couldn't get his stick on it. Comes back out to Cookingham, who's chased down by Forbes. Cookingham gets a stick on it, gets away from Forbes, trying to work his way around Jesse Tremaine. He does. They collide down in the neutral zone, but it's back for Forbes. Forbes on Tefelsky, makes a move, can't corral it on his backhand, though, trying to go. That'll be Hotster taking control of it. Halfway through the overtime period now, still 3-3. As Pinto has it in the rise zone, pressured by Tefelsky. Pinto trying to work his way out. Centers one in front, goes off the side of the net, back for Tremaine. Tremaine forced to take it back down into the neutral zone, pressure by Hofstra. Wood will have it, then they come back over the red line, so now everybody's got to get back. 2:08 left to play. Pinto with it now on the left side. Dumps it back in for Wood. Wood behind the net. Works it out. There's Linval with it. Pinto looking for the screen in front. They'll try to dump it back down. Tefelsky going to get the stick there before Pinto. Now they'll come back the other way. 2-on-1 if they hurry. As they'll send it over for Linval in the corner. Linval looking to get the change. Arcus comes on here, minute 40. Tries to center one, looking for Arcus, but that goes to the opposite corner. Petrella in there along with Pinto as it's sent down the other end. Kisa with speed. Going to roll down in. He's got a little bit of space. Kisa loses control of his stick. Elects to play it with his foot in this situation. And he'll get it out of harm's way now for McKenna. McKenna is there. Caleb Brownlow wide open up top. He's going to fire one. Saved by Cale Bowman. 1:16 to play in overtime. As Jaden Steckler will come on along with Arcus and Jack Ingles. Lavella, McKenna, and Brownlow out there for the Realm. Face-off got Dane. Steckler now has a breakaway. Steckler going to work his way in with a shot saved by Gonsalves. Steckler couldn't convert on the breakaway chance as Gonsalves makes the save. And with 69 seconds left to play, we got a doozy here at overtime. Face-off won by the Realm. Caleb Brownlow will control it behind his net. Brownlow up to Lavella, final minute here in overtime. Pressured by Luke Dobbs, the game-tying goal scorer, as Lavella works it away. Lavella looks up. He'll look to take a shot. Trickles one in front. Tried to get it out of the way was Dobbs. He did, and Steckler pushes it away from Brownlow. Gets it out of harm's way here with 45 to play. Brownlow there with Steckler. Brownlow trying to work it out of his zone. Steckler there as well. Sends it up for McKenna. McKenna tries to go cross ice. Turned over for Jack Ingles. Ingles with a backhand chance, but goes off the scoreboard. That'll cause a stoppage with 31.1 to play. Neutral zone face-off incoming. So going to rule that Ingles got nothing on it as now Hans will have it unspaced. Hans with a shot. Went off of Cookingham and wide. Forbes with it. Pressure by Cole Williams. Brought into the corner. Hans with it now behind the net. Hans trying to make a move. He'll look and turn. He'll try to fire one on net that goes to the short corner. Final 10 seconds here, overtime, cleared out of the zone by Williams. They're going to let that ride all the way down, and it's going to be an icing with 3.6 seconds left to go. Realm choosing to bring McKenna on, looking for a quick shot. Seeing if they can get it off here. 3.6 seconds left to go in overtime. Face-off knocked down to the right side. Looking for McKenna. Cookingham going to push it away. Bateman with it now. Going to work his way in. Goes on the forehand. Saved by Cale Bowman. Bowman gets the right pad on it as Bateman tried to go forehand but couldn't get it done. And in his first NBHL game, Cole Williams is going to have a chance to give the Rise a lead here in the shootout. Williams with it now. Steps up. Comes in. He'll dig. Glove save by Gonsalves. Both goaltenders off with a great start here in the shootout as they shut down Bateman and Williams back to back. As now Nathan Hans will step up for the Realm. Hans with it now. Works up, looks for the fake, goes to the right side, fires one up and goes wide. And it's still nothing for the Realm as the captain, Bobby Arcus, will step up for the Rise. Arcus going to step in. Works his way to the left. Makes a move. Saved by Gonsalves. Both goaltenders perfect so far through the shootout. As now Joe Marshall will make his way on for the Realm. Marshall, who played with the Copperheads a year ago, the Tampa, Florida native, going to step in. Marshall with a little bit of speed. Works his way up on Bowman, and that goes wide. And now it comes down to this. If Jaden Steckler scores, the Rise will have the victory. Steckler, the Mooresville, North Carolina product. Steps in. Works his way to the left. Goes in and shoots, he scores! Jaden Steckler with the goal, and the Rise will